Well, Burberry will boost its earnings next year thanks to the acquisition of its stores in China. The transaction's worth $108 million, and it could raise the company's earnings by as much as 10%. Well, first, let's see how shares are doing. This is the picture for Burberry, up some 0.2%. Well, I spoke with the CEO of Burberry's, Angela Ahrendts, and I asked her about the company's impressive outlook for growth. Exciting days. It does seem that most of the growth, if not all of the future growth, is coming from the emerging markets. What's the rationale behind buying back your franchise stores in China?
Of all the emerging markets, it's interesting. You've got, in India, Latin America, the Middle East. They're not really good outerwear markets, but China. So you've got half of the country that's really cold, so it's our core product. We're really excited by that opportunity as well.
And China, of course, they're revaluing the currency. The wages are also going higher. If I speak to you in 5 years, how much of your revenue will you be making in China?
We tend to pretty much follow in line with what the analysts are saying. So if they're projecting that the Chinese consumer will represent 10% of global luxury consumption, I would hope that we'd be in line with that.
Where exactly in terms of provinces do you see pockets of growth within the country that are more robust than others?
We've said, then again, we'll keep it pretty much on line with our existing strategies. We'll focus phase one on optimizing the flagship markets. We've got 9 stores in Beijing, another 4 in Shanghai, and no different than New York City or London. That's where you'll drive a disproportionate amount in luxury of growth.
Russia is not doing as well in terms of growth in general, but the luxury market is actually very present there. What are your thoughts of growing in Russia?
About 2 years ago, we went a tremendous trajectory with Russia. And our top flagship stores there were some of the highest producing stores in the world on a per square foot basis. And 2 years later, they were some of the least productive stores. So the good news is we're feeling, again, I'm not an economist, but we're feeling that that market has somewhat stabilized. And we are now poised to start investing and growing that market again. But I don't believe that it will be on the same trajectory as the other 4 high growth markets.
You have the digital and you also have the tradition. What actually sets you apart from other luxury groups? If a consumer thinks of Burberry, it's instantly recognizable. Is that your strength?
I do think it's the combination of the old with the young, and not that we're all old, but I think it is that combination and the natural trust and respect that we all have for the Burberry brand. So, and I think that's very different. We're not doing necessarily what's right for us. We're doing what's right for the longevity of the brand and the long-term growth of the brand.
You've been in retail for quite some time. Is it more difficult now to do business, or are people more aware of brands? How has it changed over the years?
There's economic volatility all over the world. There always will be. I think that the whole digital revolution, though, is the most disruptive thing that's happening in retail and happening in the industry around the world.
You seem to love your job. What gets you up in the morning? What is the one thing that you say, do you think, I'm lucky because I'm part of something that, that will stay, or that people really want to be part of, that's aspirational? What do you think when you get up in the morning?
I mean, I feel incredibly blessed, honestly, on multiple fronts. And one is because I do absolutely thrive. I love helping to build a great brand. I love the fact that Burberry's been around for 154 years, and I'm only here for a period of time. And, and Christopher's and my dream, our vision is to leave Burberry so much stronger, so much healthier, when in whoever knows 10, 20 years' time that we pass it over to the next generation.